good morning. It is September 29th, day 61 on trail. I had a rough night again. Only probably slept 2 to 4 hours. Wind was just whipping, rattling my tent all night. And then the worst thing is, sprung a leak in my sleeping pad. When I was trying to blow that thing up, it was whipping in the wind and hit the ground several times, twisted, and I'm sure I tore a little hole in it somewhere. I looked real well, pretty good this morning. I couldn't find anything. If it's a pinhole, it's impossible to find unless you dunk it in water. And so I spent all night. It would last about an hour, so every hour I was blowing it up. So I got on trail about 9. I wasted 30 minutes trying to find the hole in my pad. I have a patch kit, but you got to find the hole. And I did my mileage last night, and I only ended up doing 11 miles. I could have sworn I did like 13. But I guess it was the wind and the trail. It's very sandy. It's hard to go fast on. So, I mean, that's no big deal other than instead of now the water being 4 miles away, there's another cache, but now it's 8.4 miles away. So that's 4 to 5 hours before I get to water. I do have 1.5 liters on me, so that's gonna be fine. And it's not scorching hot out. So anyway, it seems to have cleared up a little bit. The high winds are gone, thank goodness. There's a breeze blowing, but nothing like the last 2 days. So I'll show you the sights. Look at those alien pods over there on the side of the mountain. Just standing up there waiting to be hatched. Well, I just crossed the road, trailhead where they sometimes have water, but there wasn't any. I did read, I had no idea. They had a sign about the desert tortoise. It's actually the state reptile. Of course, they're on a big decline. Predators eating their eggs, and people come out here in four-wheel and don't stay on the roads and start just going wherever they want, and they crush their eggs, I said. So, maybe, and they're big. Like to see one of those. So I crossed, once we crossed the road, this is one of the bigger mountains I gotta climb. It's slightly wooded. I actually have seen a couple bear tracks on the trail, or prints, tracks. And this morning when I was going, I probably followed the ultra temps and a coyote for miles. There was a coyote just on the trail, but he didn't cross the road to this side. Guess he got to the water cache and there wasn't any water. Said to hell with it then. Starting to get a little warm. No breeze on this side. Okay. I'm rambling. Been trying to get this desert valley here, but it's just too smoky down in there. It's actually very pretty. There's a couple trucks down there parked. I wonder if it's, I guess it's some kind of hunting season. Man, I don't know how in the hell you'd hunt in the desert. I'm sure that's what they're doing. Well, it's about 11:30, taking a break by a Joshua tree. Only shade there is, and there's cow crap everywhere. I guess they let them free range in the desert. But people have camped here, I can tell. Done about 5 miles. I have 3.5 to a road that possibly could have water, and then 3.8 to a trailhead that definitely has water. So that's good. I've actually hiked a lot more than I thought. I thought I was going slow. Pretty sure these branches are like needles, and there was one of those by my tent when I was blowing my pad up and the wind was kicking my pad everywhere. I think I poked a little hole. So at least I know kind of where to look now. It'd be at the bottom. So hopefully I can get that fixed. Because that is a pain. You have no idea. You fall asleep and you wake up an hour later and your hip is killing you because you're laying on the ground. Shoulder and hip. That kept happening. And I have to get out of my sleeping bag and kind of do a push-up over my quilt to blow it up, because you can't have any pressure on it when you're blowing it up. It's like a monkey blanket of football in my tent last night. So I'm about to head back. I just ate a complete cookie. It's one of my new staples. They're vegan and they're about 440 calories for one giant cookie. So I usually eat those around this time. I try to eat about every 2 hours. Eat something. So anyway, I am gonna get back after it. Well, I made it to the water cache. There was a guy here. He was hiking, just got finished, and chatted with him for a few minutes. He was drinking beer, didn't even offer me one. I'm not sure I would have taken it anyway. Still got quite a ways to go. But this awesome cache, I drank 1.5 liters of water and I filled up 3.5, and I was about to get ready to go, and a young kid, he was a road worker, pulled up, and he comes out with a water bottle. I thought he was going to fill up, and he hands it to me. It was ice cold, one of those 16.9 ounces, so I guzzled it too. It was nice and cold, because of course this water's warm, but hey, it'll be, still tastes good. So anyway, the trailhead, I came out right there, and the guy that was hiking said, man, it's about a 4-mile steady uphill. He said it's not too steep, but he said it's uphill. So I remember seeing last night, that was my second climb of the day. And here is the scenery where I just came from. Basically, I was on the back side of all that and came around, I think came through right there. So anyway, I'm gonna get back on trail. Well, I can see my trail. Just skirts right up, goes right there to the left of that bushy tree. Been a pretty tough climb. So it looks like we are actually gonna go over for once. It's gonna go, oh, I can see a trail over there, cutting across there. So yeah, fill up with 8 pounds of water, and now I gotta hike 4.5 miles up a mountain. So when I get to the top, that's gonna give me 13. If I remember right, there was a campsite up there. And I have to check it out. So I have got to get that pad fixed. I don't wanna wait till dark to try to do it. I made it to camp. I'm at Sobo mile 2041.6. There's the PCT up right there. I'm tucked back in here behind some rocks. Got me a good tent site here finally. Wind's blowing a little bit from here. It's just a slight breeze though, it's not gusting. Sun's gonna set there. And I think it's about 5 o'clock. I did, I think around 13, maybe a hair under. There's a bunch of campsites in here though. So anyway, I'm going to start cooking, and I'm gonna see if I can't fix this pad and hopefully get a good night's sleep tonight.